boys and girls, we're going to begin with our calendar. Let's look at our months of the year. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. We are in the month of May. So let's go ahead and drag May over here. The year is 2020. Okay, we're going to go ahead and cross out the days that have already passed, and we're going to stop at today's date, which is the 7th. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at our days of the week. We have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Today is Thursday. Let's go ahead and put Thursday here. If today is Thursday, what day will it be tomorrow? Tomorrow will be Friday. If today is Thursday, yesterday was Wednesday. Okay, next we're going to move on to fluency. Okay, are you ready? As we read them, I'm going to cross them out. A, I, the, and, go, had, he. B, see, has, you, we, of. In, am, at, to, as, have. It, is, she, can, his, him. On, did, girl, for, but, up, all. Look, with, her, what, was, were. Said, that, down, they, some, there. Boy, out, do, little, then, when. Great job. Can you tell me what this word says? I showed it to you yesterday. Where? And this word down here says were. Okay, great job. When you're reading these words at home, if you can read all of them, try to time yourself to see how fast you can read them and see if you can read more words the next day. Okay, next we're going to move on to reading. For reading, we're going to draw a picture of two friends. So let's go ahead and draw a picture. That's for number 1. And this worksheet goes ahead and it's going along with the story that we read about Jack and Jill. So I'm going to draw a picture of two friends. And you can draw two girls or two boys, however you want. I'm just going to go ahead and do it from the story. Just a boy and a girl, Jack and Jill. Okay. Okay, number 2, draw a picture of someone who is having fun. So I'm going to draw a picture of someone having fun. And this can be whatever you want. Maybe the person is having fun playing video games. Maybe the person's having fun playing with someone else. Or maybe just swinging on a swing or anything else. My picture looks a little funny. That's okay. Okay, so I'm going to draw a picture of a girl playing outside. She's going to be playing with the ball. Okay, we're going to move on to the next page. Second page. Trace the letters, then write your own letters. So can you tell me what letter that is? The letter J. When we write the uppercase J, we're going to start at the top. We're going to go down and curve. And then we're going to draw the line on the top. J. Let's go ahead and trace it again. Go ahead and write it 3 more times. So you start at the top of the line, you go down, you curve, and then you draw the line on top. 1, 2, 3. Can you tell me what sound the letter J makes? J. Good job. Okay, here we have the lowercase j. To draw the lowercase j, you start in the middle, you go down, and it's going to have a tail that hangs, and then you're going to draw the little dot. Let's go ahead and do it again. You start in the middle, you go all the way down, it has a tail that hangs, and then you draw the dot. Go ahead and draw the lowercase j 3 more times. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Draw your favorite part of Jack and Jill, then write about it. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. I think I'm going to go ahead and draw that part of the story. So I'm going to draw, they're going up a hill to fetch a pail of water. So I'm going to go ahead and draw 2 people. And they're going up the hill. I'm going to go ahead and draw stick people. I think that'll be okay. Okay, so there's Jack and Jill. And they're happily going up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and write a sentence to go along with my picture. So Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. When you're writing a sentence, remember that you need to begin with a capital letter and end in a punctuation mark. When you read the sentence, it needs to make sense. Here I have the first letter in Jack capitalized because it's the beginning of the sentence, also because the word Jack is a name, and names need a capital letter. So Jill, I also have the J capitalized because it's the name of a person. It's the first letter in the name. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next page. We're going to answer some questions on the story Jack and Jill. Number 1, which word starts with the J sound? A, pail, B, hill, C, Jill. Which of those words begins with the J sound? Jill. So let's go ahead and let's bubble in C. Number 2, which word means the same thing as fetch? A, run, B, get, C, fall. In the story, it says Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Did they run? Are they getting water, or did they fall? Which of those words makes sense for the word fetch? Jack and Jill get water. So we're going to go ahead and bubble in B. Number 3, what does tumbling mean? A, to fall, B, to run, C, to eat. In the story, when Jack and Jill came tumbling after, what happened? Did she fall, run, or eat? She fell. So we're going to go ahead and bubble in A. Number 4, what is a pail? A bag, B, a box, C, a bucket. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Are they getting a bag of water, box of water, or a bucket of water? A bucket. So another word for pail is a bucket. They are synonyms. Synonyms mean both the words mean the same thing. Okay, we're going to move on to math. For math, we only have one page. We're going to be doing 3 questions. Number 1, look at the boxes of pigs. When you find how many in all, you join 2 groups. Count the pigs in each box. Which box shows 6 pigs in all? Circle the box. So for number 1, let's look at the first box. We're going to join them together. Let's see how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's write the number 6 on the side. Let's look at the second box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the question says, which box shows 6 pigs in all? The first box. So let's go ahead and circle the first box. Number 2, we're going to write a number sentence that matches the picture. So here we have the first group. We have 2 turtles. So we're going to write 2 right here. And then we see 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 and 5, if we join them together, if I put them together, we should get the number 7. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Great job. If I were to write it out as an equation, it would be 2 plus 5 equals 7. So the equation matches our story. 2 and 5 is 7. Okay, number 3. We're going to write a sentence that tells about the 2 groups of fish joined together. So let's look at the first group. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 fish. So we're going to write it down here. 4. Let's look at our second group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4 and 5 is, we need to join them together to figure that out. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 and 5 is 9. Go ahead and write your equation. 4, am I going to put a plus sign or a minus sign? A plus sign, because I am joining, I am adding. 4 plus 5 equals 9. Great job. Okay, next we're going to move on to science. For science, we're going to read the story again, and we have some questions, and then after that, we'll move on to social studies. Plants live on land. Animals live on land. Plants live in water. Animals live in water. Plants and animals live in hot places. Plants and animals live in cold places. Okay, so we're going to answer some questions. You can draw or tell your answers. Number 1, where do animals live? So it's asking us about where the animals live. If we go to the story, it tells us animals live on land. We go to the next page. It says animals live in water. Animals live in hot places. Animals live in cold places. So for number 1, where do animals live? They live on land, water, hot, and cold places. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put that there for number 1. Number 2, where do plants live? So this one's asking us about plants. So let's go to the story and find our answers. If we go to the first page of the story, it says, plants live on land. Plants live in water. Plants and animals live in hot places. Plants and animals live in cold places. So where do plants live? They live on the land, water, hot, and cold places. So plants and animals live in the same locations. You can find plants and animals in the same locations. Okay, number 3, where do animals make their homes? Where do you think animals make their homes? Yes, they make their homes where they can find food, water, where they're safe. So where do animals make their homes? They make their homes where there is food and water. We can put food, shelter, food, water, and shelter. Okay, next, number 4, write about science. Choose one animal. So here we have a lizard, a fish, and a cow. You only need to choose one, and you're going to draw where it lives, and you're just going to tell me a little bit more about your drawing. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick the lizard. Where does a lizard live? He lives in a hot place. It's called the desert, and you see a picture of him here. Okay, so let's go ahead. Well, there's different types of lizards. Some of them may live in other habitats other than deserts. For example, here at my house, there's lots of lizards. So it all depends on the type of lizard, and the weather as well has a lot to do with it. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a desert because I'm going to go ahead and match the story. So here's my deserts filled with dry dirt or sand. And I'm going to go ahead and draw some rocks. What else can you find in a desert besides rocks and dirt? Can you find plants? Yes. One of the most common plants that you'll see are the cactus. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that. I'm going to draw the hot sun. Okay, so if you chose the fish, where would the fish live? In a body of water. So it could be the ocean, a sea, pond, lake. All of those are great answers. What if you chose the cow? Where does the cow live? He lives in a grassy area because he eats the grass. So he needs to be somewhere where there's grass. So it could be a farm. It could just be some plains, grasslands. All of those are great. Okay. Next, we're going to move on to social studies. And we're going to continue talking about presidents and patriots. We're going to read the story and then we're going to answer some questions. Presidents and patriots. A president is the leader of a country. Patriots are people who love their country. George Washington was the first president of the United States. He is known as the father of our country. Abraham Lincoln was a president who loved his country. He is known as Honest Abe. Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president. George Washington and Abraham Lincoln were presidents and patriots. We honor George Washington and Abraham Lincoln on President's Day. President's Day is the third Monday in February. Benjamin Franklin was a patriot. He believed America should be a free country. Benjamin Franklin believed that all the states needed to work together to be free. Harriet Tubman was a patriot who was once a slave. She helped almost 300 other slaves escape to freedom. Helping slaves escape was very dangerous. Harriet Tubman was very brave. Stephen F. Austin was a patriot. He helped families who came to settle in Texas. Another word for settle is live in. So he helped people live in Texas, the people that moved to Texas. Jose Antonio Navarro was a patriot. He helped write new rules for Texas citizens. These men helped our state grow. Okay, so we're going to move on to the first worksheet. Read about two famous presidents. Practice writing their names on the lines. Color each picture. So we talked about two presidents in our story. We talked about George Washington, who was the first president, and we talked about Abraham Lincoln, who is known as Honest Abe, and he was our 16th president. So let's go ahead and let's trace their names. So here we have George. And even though the word George begins with the J sound, we spell it with the letter G. Because sometimes when the G is next to an E, it'll make the J sound. Also, sometimes when it's next to the I, like in the word giraffe. Washington. The letters I-N-G make the ing sound. Washington. Okay, next we have Abraham Lincoln. Let me see if I can make it look better. Okay. Abraham Lincoln starts with the letter A. And if you've noticed, when we're writing the person's first name and last name, the first letter in each of those is capitalized. Abraham. Abraham. The L in the word Lincoln is capitalized. Lincoln. Okay, so you can go ahead and color the two pictures as well. We honor both of these presidents on President's Day. Okay, we're going to move on to the next page. Match the picture with the correct president or patriot. So we have pictures here and we have the names on the right side. The first name that we have is Abraham Lincoln. Let's go ahead and draw a line. Abraham Lincoln will be the bottom picture. George Washington will be the first one. Benjamin Franklin and Harriet Tubman. Great job. That's all we have for today. Have a great day.